he hasn't been very good.
This should not even be a debate. People seem to like to argue about who the greatest basketball player of all time is. But when actually combining advanced statistics with contextual facts, all the cherry-picked, non-contextual statements get put to sleep. When it comes to a sports GOAT, greatest of all time, the all-time part, meaning a player's career stacked up against another's, seems to be ignored. It's not about 1 year, 5 years, or even 15 years versus that of the other candidate. It's everything done between the time they first stepped on the floor to their last. LeBron James isn't just the better and more complete player when compared to Michael Jordan, but is on a completely different level when it comes to all-time greatness. And throughout the next few minutes, it will clearly become evident that this is a fact. In terms of basic stats, it's not just points that must be considered. For example, in 2024, despite clearly totaling the most points, Luka Doncic finished in third place for MVP, whilst Nikola Jokic, who finished 5th in scoring, took the MVP award home, averaging 6.5 less points per game. Over his career, including post and regular season, Michael Jordan had 30.6 points per game, 5.4 assists per game, and 6.2 rebounds per game. For LeBron James, those averages look like 27.3 points per game, 7.4 assists per game, and 7.7 rebounds per game. LeBron averaged 25% more rebounds per game, 40% more assists per game, and only 10% less points per game. And the part that Jordan lovers/LeBron haters love to ignore is that LeBron held on to these much better averages a total of 1835 NBA games, and still counting, as opposed to Jordan, who barely played 2/3 of the games LeBron has with only 1251. Golf is a solo sport, tennis is a solo sport, boxing is a solo sport, basketball is a team sport involving 5 players on the court at a time. Whilst the ultimate goal for an NBA player is rightfully to win a championship and might be the determining factor to their career's satisfaction, it is not a reliable enough statistic to measure individual greatness by, due to the fact that basketball is a team sport, and then you're also versing another team of 5 players. Assuming you are always on the court, there are 9 other players on the court at all times who can impact and change the result of the game. To truly measure the level of impact a player had on their team, let's compare how their team was affected by when each player joined or left their team. In 1983, the Chicago Bulls, without Michael Jordan, won 28 out of 82 games. Then, in Jordan's first year, the Bulls won 38 out of 82 games. After Jordan left the Bulls in 1993, the Bulls went from winning 57 out of 82 games to still winning 55 out of 82 games without him. In 1995, without Jordan, the Bulls finished with 47 out of 82 games, where the following year with Jordan, the Bulls won 72 out of 82 games. Despite the Bulls only winning 13 out of 50 games played in the lockout 1999 season, it is simply not fair to say that Jordan was the underlying factor, as basically their entire Bulls team left, including Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Luke Longley, Steve Kerr, and legendary head coach Phil Jackson, turning them into a poverty-tanking franchise. There is literally a whole documentary about this. In 2000-2001, the year before Michael Jordan joined the Wizards, they won 19 out of 82 games, which increased to 37 out of 82 games after Jordan's first season in Washington. In Michael Jordan's final season in the NBA, the Wizards finished with 37 wins, which only dropped by 12 following the year he retired, where Washington won 25 2004 games. This leaves over Michael Jordan's career with an average affect on teams he joined or left with 11.2 wins. Before LeBron James joined the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers won 17 out of 82 games in the 2002-03 season. In his rookie season, 2003-04, the Cavaliers won 35 out of 82 games. By his final season before leaving Cleveland, 2009-10, the team won 61 out of 82 games. After LeBron left for Miami in 2010, the Cavaliers dropped to 19 out of 82 wins in 2010-11. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat improved from 47 out of 82 wins in 2009-10 to 58 out of 82 wins in 2010-11 after LeBron joined. In LeBron's final season with Miami, 2013-14, the Heat won 54 out of 82 games. After he left, Miami finished with 37 out of 82 wins in 2014-15. That same season, the Cavaliers improved from 33 out of 82 wins in 2013-14 to 53 out of 82 wins in 2014-15 after LeBron returned. In LeBron's last season with Cleveland, 2017-18, the team won 50 out of 82 games. After he left for the Los Angeles Lakers, the Cavaliers dropped to 19 out of 82 wins in 2018-19. Meanwhile, the Lakers improved from 35 out of 82 wins in 2017-18 to 37 out of 82 wins in 2018-19 after LeBron joined. This leaves LeBron affecting his teams that he's joined and left by an average of 17.6 wins for each time he's joined, or left a team clearly exceeding Jordan's average of 11-2, despite a much higher percentage of Jordan's career being his prime years due to LeBron's inhumane longevity. LeBron leads in 5 of the 8 advanced metrics, despite obviously having a much lower percentage of his career be in the usual prime years due to longevity. One of the dumbest arguments used when people mention career totals like this is that they are longevity statistics and therefore shouldn't count. Even though it's proven not to be in favor of Jordan, per-game metrics are often just used and cherry-picked as cope for LBJ haters who try to erase unfathomable career totals from their minds. The debate is not about who had the better year-to-year average, it's who's the greatest player of all time, meaning entire career. And when it comes down to who had the greater career, LeBron takes it home by an absolute landslide.